Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. As always, delighted to be joined by Billy Nelson. It's been a while, Billy. How's things your end? I've seen that you've got the skinhead look, which is good to see.
It's try to get rid of the grey look. Try to deny that I've got grey, mate. That's what it is.
Well, at least you're not going bald, which is good to see. Billy, how's things your end? Like I said, it's been a while since I spoke to you. We spoke via text messages a couple of times throughout the weeks, but first time I actually spoke to you face to face, really, in a long time. So, how are things your side?
Everyone's okay. Thankfully, the family's good, and my friends are my close friends are all well, and it's just been a horrible time for everybody, really, isn't it? But you know, hopefully we've seen the worst of it, and we can now kick on and get some form of normality back again.
For us, normality is boxing, I suppose, is it?
Of course.
There's nothing else for it, Billy. Well, let's just jump straight into it then. Boxing looks like it's going to come back in July. I've seen on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that Eddie's trying to get fights made. He's mentioned in the heavyweight scene anyway. He's mentioned Dave Allen and Hughie Fury. Obviously, the big mega fight, Joshua and Tyson Fury. Has there been any correspondence with you and Eddie reference Martin Bakole in getting a fight in his sort of like back garden on Fight Camp?
Well, there has been, not directly from Eddie, but we've got a management group that work on behalf of Martin Bakole, who work in conjunction with myself, and there's talk that Martin could possibly be on one of the garden shows.
Do you have a date for that, or just possibly one of them?
No, I think they're just basically looking to see if they can put him in a gap or what kind of sort of opponent he could possibly face. It's just looking at potential opponents now as well, I think.
We'll talk about potential opponents. Every time I spoke to you, you've been very vocal of fighting heavyweights that are based in the UK. For Martin's, I think he's already here in Scotland training, doing a little bit of bits and pieces here. But like I said, you've always mentioned Joe Joyce, you've mentioned Daniel Dubois, you've mentioned Chisora, you've mentioned all these big names in the UK, and it looks like Martin has to face somebody UK based because we can't bring any foreign fighters over. So, are you hopeful that you might get the name that you've been calling out for, whether it be Joyce, Dubois, Chisora, whoever, to face Martin?
The problem we've got is Martin's sparred some of the best guys in England. Your Chisoras, your Daniel Dubois, and AJs, and people have seen how good he is. And word travels like in any sport. And well, people have become, to say, very reluctant to fight Martin is an understatement. As far as I know, Chisora's knocked it back twice. As far as I know, he's knocked it back twice. We asked Frank Warren on the interview, so we'd gladly fight Daniel on the 21st of December. We'll fight him anytime. Joe Joyce, well, I think we've given up on that one. That's 2.5 years down the line. They're not wanting it. I mean, worst case scenario, Povetkin if he didn't want to come to the country to fight, I've actually said to Eddie, we'd gladly step in and fight Dylan Whyte. I'd love to fight Dylan Whyte. Martin thinks he'd stop him.
Mm-hmm. How realistic are these fights, though, Billy? I mean, obviously, I've seen that Martin signed another 3-year management deal with yourself and stuff like that. But how realistic are you, or how realistic are these fights? Are they going to be made? It's hard for me to try and word this because you've been banging the drum for years and years and years, and Martin hasn't had that major...
Well, it's not years and years and years. It's only 2 years. Martin's only been with me 2 years, and when he started with me, he was number 112 in BoxRec, and I know BoxRec's no the clearest indications of where you are in the world, but it's a rough guide, and he's now up to number 20. So, and that's where the defeat against Michael Hunter. So he's earning the right to get his name mentioned with these guys. of course we want the better opponents, but you can't make somebody fight. There's two ways to avoid a fight, Andy, in boxing. Any coach will tell you, any manager will tell you, there's two ways to avoid a fight. Price yourself out the fight or say no.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got so many people just saying no, because they've heard what he's done to people and how he, not so much, well, what he's done and how he's looked doing it.
Is Martin a victim of his own success then, in terms of what he's done? Like you mentioned, the sparring and stuff like that, and he's
it's what he's done in the gyms, mate. And there was a legitimate excuse for his defeat against Hunter. It was a serious family issue, but take that aside, he's nearly knocked everybody else out. 1 round, 2 rounds. I mean, he stopped Hernandez in 2 rounds. He went a distance. The 5 rounds with that other good fighter. He went the distance with Michael Hunter. And Martin destroyed him in 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm. So how is Martin right now? I mean, how's his fitness? I know he's here. You know what I mean? I know you've got the gym just down the road from yourself, and Martin lived down the road as well. But how is Martin in his fitness? How's he looking in the gym?
Well, Martin's been here since January. He's been what we were doing. We were at a football park close to my house, and he was doing some sprints. And he was doing some shots on the grass, and now we're back in the gym last week.
There we go. You seem to be breaking up. I can hear you now. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. You said you're back in the gym last week.
I'm back in last week. Some rules and that, and he's been hitting the bags. He's done 10 rounds already on the bags. So he's if we were fortunate enough to get in August, he's well ahead of schedule fitness wise.
So if Eddie or Matchroom or anyone comes up to you and says, right, here's a date in July, we're ready to go, Martin will be fit and ready to step in.
Oh, 100%. Martin could be ready in 3 weeks now. For now, he could be ready in 3 weeks.
Like I said,
the fit.
On you go.
Sorry?
On you go.
I say he could be ready in 3 or 4 weeks' time. Should a fight come up? His fitness levels are that good just now.
Martin, in 2019, Martin had 4 fights, 4 stoppages. He was on some sort of roll, man. He was just stepping in, knocking out anyone who was in front of him. So what's his mindset, and what's your mindset right now? The fact that we're under this sort of like lockdown and stuff like that, and it's sort of like killed his momentum, so to speak. I mean, how is his mindset going into this sort of July, August?
Well, an interest of fairness, it's affected everybody, isn't it? You know what I mean? People who fought at the tail end of last year were hoping to be out in February, March, as we were, and unfortunately the coronavirus has, put a stop to that. So, listen, at the end of the day, Martin Bakole and myself, we don't care if he's fighting in front of 90,000 or 9 people. He's got to do his job on fight night. It's his job, and that's the way he sees it. I mean, a lot of boxers, I've heard people saying that they don't want to fight if there's no hardly any people there. No, you spar in front of nobody, or should, very few people in the gym. So it shouldn't be any different. A fight's a fight, isn't it?
Yeah, a fight's a fight, definitely. You mentioned Dillian Whyte there. Povetkin doesn't want to travel to the country and stuff like that, obviously with the restrictions. And you said that Martin will happily step in. Have you mentioned this to Matchroom and Eddie? That Martin is willing to face somebody like Dillian Whyte if you can't find a credible name?
100% we have, aye. And we mentioned it previously with Povetkin. We've asked for a Hunter me match. These fights will happen. They will happen. They will happen in the fullness of time, but they will happen.
When I speak to you, Billy, you're a massive fan of Anthony Joshua. You really, really sing his praises every time I speak to you. Now, there's been talk and sort of like now that especially for UK fight fans, British fight fans, we want to see all the belts up for grabs, undisputed fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I know you're a massive fan of both fighters, but in your opinion, how do you see that fight going?
Well, I've always said I think Anthony Joshua will beat him. Will beat Tyson Fury. But I'm not a big fan of the whole of 2021 getting tied up with two heavyweight fights. Although, you know, they're the two biggest stars in the sport and that weight division. It's not very fair on the. Well, for talking sake, it's not, in my opinion, it's not very fair on Dylan Whyte, who's been waiting for his shot for long and weary, and numerous other fighters that are on their way up. You know, it kind of stops everybody else fighting for a while. Right on 2000.
Your audio's going a wee bit there, Billy. I don't know what it is, but your audio's going a little bit.
Aye.
You're better now. That's better. I can see you now.
All right. I'm saying it kind of tied it up in 2021, and other people can't get fighting for titles.
Yeah. Joe, again, what's your hopes for Martin going into the future? I mean, obviously you said that the world titles are tied up, but are you hoping for these sort of like minor fringe belts to get himself into position?
No, I'm looking for him to be the 2000 mandatory for one of the belts, because the best of the rest have all got to fight next year, haven't they? And I'm hoping he's going to be one of the best of the rest and get himself in a good position for.
Well, that's like I say, with this pandemic and stuff like that, man, it slowed everything down. So it must be frustrating for these fighters now. Well,
it's the same for everybody, and it's the same for most of the boxers, but the coaches. I mean, this is a way of life for us as well. I've hardly been in the gym for the guts of 3 months, and you know, it's you don't know what to do with yourself because we're boxing men. But you know, I'm a full-time boxing coach. You know, on a Monday to Friday, and you've just twiddling you're sitting your thumbs and you don't know what to do. If you're not in the gym, you're watching fights and trying to study and watch things and potential opponents, but there's only so much of that you can do. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, Billy, I know you're at your other work there. You're a carer, which is good to see. You're a key worker, but many people probably don't know that. A final word on Martin and stuff like that, and any message you'd like to send to any heavyweight out there that might be watching this?
No, not any heavyweight. I mean, it's a simple fact that Martin will fight anybody. And it's also a simple fact that many top heavyweights, people who come out, and it annoys me, it's one of those things that annoy you, but it's just the way of the world with boxing. People say they'll fight anybody. Do you want to fight Martin Bakole? No. I mean, I could tell you a couple of people, I won't mention names, but it's embarrassing watching them in interviews saying that they'll do this and do that, and then they get off with the fight and they say no. I mean, we got offered Tony Yoka for his return fight. We got offered X amount to go over to Paris and fight him. We said yes. They phoned us back and said he doesn't want it. What chance you got?
I know that that's happened a couple of times for you and Martin, that fighters have turned down the fight and stuff like that. But hopefully he can get himself in a position where he's forcing these fights.
100%. I mean, it's good keeping in touch with people like Peter Fury, who I've got a lot of time and respect for. We talk about boxing quite regularly, and you know, it's just I hope everybody within the boxing fraternity and who knows me are keeping safe and they're well. Hopefully things will go back to normal very shortly, and we can go back to doing what we love and in the gym, nurturing fighters and getting them to become as good as they possibly can.
Billy, I echo that as well, mate. But I won't keep you much longer, mate. I know I've interrupted you at your work, so I'll let you get back to it. At least I've killed something. Billy, hopefully next time we do this interview, I'll come to your gym and I can do it face to face with my camera again, because you know I always enjoy coming all the way up to Green Girls, wherever the fuck that is. But
Billy, you know you're always welcome up there, pal.
I appreciate that, Billy. Stay safe, man, and hopefully speak to you soon.
All the best, mate. Take care. You and your family as well, okay?
You too, Billy. Thank you.
Cheers.